Hey man, we're visiting Colorado for a week. You seem cool. Do you know where we can score any shit? Absolutely. I have a ton of Coors Light right here. What can I get you? Drunk? Welcome to episode 27 of Behind Bars, Cocked Tales, and Wasted Nights. I'm your host, Greg. I've been working as a bartender for over 20 years, and over those years, I've seen a lot. My goal here is to share some of those high and low lights with you. Quick warning, this podcast contains sex, drugs, and some language that isn't suitable for anyone under 21 years of age, so you gotta have some ID. First things first, shout out to Eric Buford. Thanks for taking care of Pops. And no night in a bar is complete without a joke. So here goes. What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball? Thank you. Okay, before we get started, you'll need a drink. For this one, I recommend the Ward 8. It's a cocktail with its roots steeped in Boston's history. In 1898, Democratic political czar Martin Lamazny hoped to capture a seat in the state's legislature, the General Court of Massachusetts. Lamazny held considerable power in the city for nearly 50 years. The story goes, the drink was created to honor his election and the city's Ward 8, which historically delivered him a winning margin. One story reports that it originated in New York, in an area known for political corruption. Another, that the cocktail is the traditional drink of the Scots Guards. Scotch Guard? Isn't that for huffing? Anyways, here's how you make it. First, chill a martini glass. Then, in a shaker tin, add 2 ounces of rye, I love High West, 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, I love lemon, a 1/2 ounce of OJ, and a teaspoon of grenadine. Shake that shit and strain into your chilled glass, garnish with a maraschino cherry and a small paper Massachusetts flag as it was originally served. And if you don't have a Mass Hole flag handy or any of the aforementioned accoutrements, just pour a tequila shooter and a key bump, but use one of those huge skeleton key to the city size keys, and let's our way through this episode. For episode 27, I interviewed Rappin, who resides in the elite among bartending badassery. She's fast, sweet, and will 86 your ass herself if you get too lippy. Listeners, without further ado, I give you Rappin. All right, everybody, I am here with the incomparable, that's fancy talk for incomparable, Rappin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Robin's one of those girls, when you walk into a bar and she's bartending, you're like, okay, here's the hot chick. I'm just going to give her all my money. And she's not going to do anything while that dude pulls the cart. But in all truth of fact, Rappin actually is a better bartender than pretty much every dude I've ever worked with. Fast as hell. Takes no shit. She comes to kick gas and chew bubblegum, and most of the time she's fresh out of bubblegum.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
She's got quite the resume.
Quite the intro. Wow.
True story.
Okay.
True story.
I mean,
The whole podcast is about being honest.
I won't deny it. I'm pretty great.
You'll take that?
I'll take it.
All right. You have a super impressive resume, which I've always thought is like a blow-by-blow accounting of how one has wasted their time in life. But I've heard about some of these places you've worked, and I've been like super impressed. Like
I did just have an interview recently, and he told me, it was like, I'm very jealous of your resume, and it made me feel really great because I have worked a lot of different places. I've bartended all over the country, and it's been a great time. And I've been very fortunate, very, very fortunate to work at a lot of the places that I have. And that is kind of the beauty of working in the service industry, is that you are able to move very fluidly to different places, and there's always work, Everybody needs a drink somewhere.
It's true. You can go anywhere and make money if you know how to bartend. I think as much as I hate blenders, before I hang up my bartending shoes, I think I'm going to do like the last year at like Key West or something, just in flip-flops, making pina coladas and, hanging out with cougars, rich divorcees.
Fuck you if you order blended drinks.
Yeah.
And honestly, let me tell you a secret right now, people. If you are ordering a blended drink and it goes actually in a blender and not out of one of
those swirly things?
Yeah.
I call it a swirly thing.
If you're not getting out of the swirly thing, you're getting gypped. Let me tell you right now.
Oh, 100%.
You're not getting your full drink because we're drinking the remnants of whatever's left in the blender behind the bar there because we always make too much.
Yeah, we test about 17 of those things for free.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're paying top dollar for it. That's a public service announcement. Usually I save that for the end of the episode where I give you a tip, but there's a tip ahead of time. Don't order a blended drink. How many times, be honest, have you accidentally, quote unquote, disabled the blender?
Oh my God, I was going to get into that. Yeah. Oh, I have purposely broken so many blenders and known so many bartenders. That
Everybody.
Everyone purposely.
It's got that little rubber circle you can take out and it starts smoking when it spins.
Yep. It is the worst. I worked at Hard Rock right on Bourbon Street, New Orleans, and every fucking drink they make is blended with about 17 ingredients, but every they have so many ingredients in it. No bartender there actually knew how to make a drink. We're just throwing shit in. And there's about like 25% left in that blender after we fill your cup. So you're not getting your money's worth. Just don't do it.
And you're walking around with those like frozen drinks in like that plastic phallus. It looks like it has a set of balls on the bottom. Like you can't even like... They make it so you can't sit it anywhere. It's like not flat at the bottom. Like
right.
You have to hold on to this and finish it. It's like a cock and balls. And you're like putting your lips to the top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super uncomfortable.
It's a very sexual experience.
Yeah. So I actually enjoy it. I'm not going to lie. So that went south fast.
Yes. It's a crazy city. It's a fun city. Go check it out. Get yourself a parade. That's all I'm telling you. If you want to go, just do it up. It takes like $200. You can go into the police station and they will make your own parade route for you.
This is a real thing?
Oh, it's a real thing. Yeah. Oh, it's so easy. Yeah, it's a huge thing there. They'll give you a 3-piece band and a police escort if you just go, and they'll map out your route for you and everything. It's insane. And then everybody joins in, and then all the pickpockets also join in, and everybody leaves a little bit lighter.
What's the most ridiculous parade reason you've ever heard?
Oh, I have a great story for this. Oh my God. So we had a blackout, and everybody's electricity was out, and I went into work still that morning, and like, oh, did you hear about this parade that just happened earlier this morning? They throw parades for fucking anything there. Like, no. I don't know what you're talking about. This might have been a day or two later, too. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. A cat got into an electrical box.
Oh, boy.
Which is why we had this blackout. They threw a fucking parade for this cat. There were people parading down the street with instruments and signs with pictures of this cat on it.
Oh my God.
For this cat that caused this electrical blackout for the city at 7 a.m, too.
Oh my God.
People woke up early
just
to go throw a parade for a dead cat.
Just torched all 9 of its lives there.
That inconvenienced the whole city.
We have a parade.
Literally anything these people will parade for. It is so funny.
So, Tahoe, that's the beginning, right? It's the beginning of your story.
That is the beginning of my story, yeah. I worked in Tahoe that's where I started bartending. Loved it. It was an incredible experience. I had a great teacher, a great bar that I worked at, the biker bar.
Worst night there?
We're going to change my name on this, right?
Sure. We don't know the name of the bar. We don't know your teacher. We don't know what biker gang it was. You're good. And this podcast isn't that popular. You're going to be fine.
Not true. Worst nights, 2 come to mind specifically.
Ooh, let's hear them.
Well, one was Christmas. Our boss, great guy, super respect for him, never ever made anyone work. But if we wanted to, we could always work the holidays. So I volunteered. I didn't have any family to go to. So I was like, absolutely, I'll work Christmas. So it was just kind of however long you want to be here. So I think I worked about a 12, 13-hour shift on Christmas Day. And I was doing some shots with some of the customers. It was Christmas. And
it was Tuesday.
There was this older lady getting finger banged in the corner by one of our regulars. It was obviously being discussed by the rest of us at the bar.
Was the lady a regular, or did she just...
No,
she just came in?
She was getting finger bangs by one of the regulars. I think maybe she had a child or a kid. I guess not a child. We were not serving children. It was a grown adult that happened to also be her child that lived in the area, and I may have known, who was not there at the time. She was getting some finger action under the skirt in the corner by one of the douchebag regulars. And me and a couple of the guys at the bar were drinking tequila and kind of having a good laugh about it. She came up to the bar then to order a beer. I don't remember what he said to her, but one of the guys at the bar that I had been speaking to made a comment, and she dumped her entire full beer over his head. And the man who had been inside her very recently came over to defend her honor. And a fight proceeded to happen. It's Christmas, so I had to run around the bar.
Are there Christmas carols in the background? Please tell me.
I mean, I hope so. I don't remember.
Christmas. What have you done?
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Finger banging you so delightful. Since there's no way to go, I'm gonna punch you in the face, you fucking hoe.
Let me come, let me come, let me come.
Sorry, we can always throw away that stool. Keep going.
Oh, God. So I had to run around the bar and position myself between these two men that are trying to throw punches, at which point it was a very regular bar. I had my regular people there, and they knew I was the only bartender, and they were just like, no, hell no, not while Robin's here. Absolutely not. You guys are not. So they helped me kind of break that up. I almost got hit in the face with a punch, but they pulled them apart. And then my regular, who was finger banging this lady who started this whole shit, came in and trash talked to my manager, who then called me and talked shit about him talking shit about me. So it turned out
cool
fine.
Boss. Yeah.
Yeah, he was excellent. The absolute best. Most respect. A lot of tourists, a lot of regulars, a lot of bears.
Okay. Oh, bears. I got some bear stories. What do you have?
You got bear stories?
Well, yeah,
Are we talking about the same kind of bears?
Yeah, we're just talking about like overweight hairy guys that are into just whatever, just a little leather daddies. No, I'm talking about fucking bears that eat you in Aspen. It was like fucking nuts.
Okay, you know about bears.
Oh
then.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your bear story?
They were just a part of the culture there. You know, you weren't even afraid of them. They were just a part of the community. They just came in to check out your dumpsters and have their meal, do their thing, and they didn't really fuck with you, but you definitely had to throw some rocks at the dumpster before you took the trash out, because they would, if you didn't close it before the end of the night, they'd crawl right in there. They were getting the tacos. They were getting the hamburgers. They were getting everything, you know.
Fuck berries. I want a Taco Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. They were very well fed. So you came out at night, taking out the trash. You'd pick up a couple rocks while you were at the door, and you'd throw it at the dumpster. And you know, quite often a bear would pop its head out, and they were great. They would just run off, do their thing, unless you saw a baby bear. Then you
the
had
mom's like nearby. Yeah, be cool.
There was like a notorious mother that had duplicates? What, twins? What do you call them?
Duplicates is good.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's a... Welcome to National Geographic, where we're following the story of duplicate cubs.
Don't fuck with mamas with cubs.
No.
That's it. But if it's just a single bear, you know, they're just gonna run off, whatever, and the tourists coming in from San Francisco, of course, it was a sight for them. Oh, we saw a bear, but it was an every night occurrence for the bartenders there, or just the regulars that lived there. They had bear boxes usually in the residential area, so they were locked, closed, completely covered. But at the bar, we usually left it open because we were out there often enough. And so at the end of the night, you threw a couple